Hello children, we will continue the chapter Tracing Changes Through 1,000 Years with a new topic, New Social and Political Groups. Children, the study of the medieval period is a huge challenge to the historians. That is mainly because of the scale and variety of developments that occurred during the medieval period. Okay, now at different moments in the medieval period, many technologies developed and new innovations emerged in India. Okay, the new technologies arrived in India are Persian wheel in irrigation. Persian wheel in irrigation. What do you mean by irrigation? To give water, supply water to the field. Okay, irrigating the fields. So Persian wheel helps in irrigation, supplying water to the fields. Then next technology is spinning wheel. Spinning wheel in weaving. Spinning wheel helped in weaving clothes. Then the third one is the firearms. Firearms in combat. Firearms in combat. Firearms like new weapons like rifles, gun in warfare. People use firearms in combat. And these are the new technologies developed during the medieval India, during the medieval period in India. Now, new food and beverages also appeared in India during this period. Which are the new food and beverages? Potatoes. They are potatoes, chilies, corns, then beverages like coffee and tea. Children, you must remember that all these innovations, new technologies and new food crops, they came along with the people. Okay, and they brought other ideas with them. They brought their ideas also with them. As a result, this was a period of huge economic, political, social and cultural changes. Okay, we can say the medieval period witnessed huge developments in political, social, economic and cultural life of the people in India. Okay, next. This period, we can say, this period also a period of mobility, great mobility. Mobility means what? Movement. Okay, people travel from one part of the subcontinent to another in search of opportunities. Children, you know the subcontinent India, our country, held immense of wealth and opportunities. Okay, possibilities for people to carve their fortune. So people travel from one place to another in search of opportunities. One group of people who became politically very important during this period was Rajputs. Okay, have you heard of Rajput, children? Rajput, this name was derived from Rajputra. Okay, Rajput we got from Rajaputra. That means, Rajaputra means son of a ruler. Rajaputra means son of a ruler. And children, between the 8th and the 14th century, this term was applied to mainly to a group of warriors. Okay, group of warriors who claimed the Kshatriya caste. Okay, group of warriors who claimed the Kshatriya caste. So, Rajputs were a group of warriors who claimed the Kshatriya caste. Now, they include rulers, chieftains, then soldiers and commanders. This term include rulers, chieftains, soldiers and commanders, and they served in the armies of different monarchs. Okay, they served in the armies of different monarchs all over the subcontinent. Okay, did you get it? Now, other important groups, okay, who became politically important are Marathas, Sikhs, Jats and Ahoms and Kayasthas. Who were the other important groups? Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Ahoms and Kayasthas. And children, you know, the Rajputs were very brave and they were loyal, very loyal also to their monarchs. So, Rajputs were very brave and loyal. And about Marathas, Sikhs, Jats and Ahoms, you will be studying in the coming chapters. Okay. Now, throughout this period, children, throughout this period, there was a gradual clearing of forest. Okay, gradual clearing of forest led the forest dwellers, the people, the tribal people, to migrate from their natural habitat, natural home. Habitat is their natural home. Forest are the natural homes of tribal people, and these forest dwellers migrated to some other places, and some migrated and some remained there itself, and they started tilling the lands and started growing crops, and they became peasants. Some of the forest dwellers became peasants, and these peasant groups became a part of a large society. Slowly the peasant group became a part of a larger society, and these peasant groups gradually began to influenced by regional chieftains and regional markets, then priests and monasteries, then temples. Okay, these peasants were influenced by the local chieftains, markets, monasteries and priests. Then they were asked to pay, taxes and supply goods and services to other people. They were asked to pay taxes and supply goods and services to other people. As a result, children, significant economic and social changes emerged in the peasant groups. Okay, and the peasants group the peasants were grouped into jatis or subcaste. Peasants were grouped into jatis or subcaste, and they were ranked on the basis of their backgrounds and occupation. They were ranked, they were given ranks on the basis of their backgrounds and occupations. Okay, children, some peasants possessed more productive lands, and some others they had cattle. Then some others they did artisanal work along with the farming. Okay, so and they were grouped into jatis or subcaste, and these ranks were not fixed. Okay, they were given ranks, but the ranks were not fixed permanently, and these ranks varied according to their power, influence and resources controlled by the members of that jati. Okay, these ranks were based, it varied according to the power, influence and resources controlled by members of the jati. The status of the same jati could vary from place to place. The status varied from place to place. Now, jatis framed their own rules and regulations. They framed their own rules and regulations and to manage the conduct of their members. They framed their own rules and regulations to manage the conduct, behaviors of their members. Then these regulations were enforced by an assembly of elders. These were enforced by the assembly of an elders, and this assembly is called Jati Panchayat. Have you heard of Jati Panchayat? The assembly of elders is called Jati Panchayat. What was it known? It was known as Jati Panchayat. Now children, Jatis were also required to follow certain rules of their villages also. Jatis were asked to follow the rules prepared by the villages also. Several villages were governed by a chieftain. Several villages were governed by a chieftain. Together they were only one small unit. They were a small unit. Children, now I hope you have understood this topic about the new social and political groups that emerged in India during the medieval period. Okay children, you have to go through page number 6, 7 and 8, and you must read it well and underline the important points that we have discussed today. Thank you children.